Hey there, Rivermen fans. I'm Jason Ruff. Welcome to this week's edition of Trudel's Take, brought to you by Health Alliance. Well, Guy, looking fine with your toque and your everything. Obviously, a short week of practice following your last victory against Evansville. But 5 straight home games, 5 straight victories. You talk a lot about getting good reps for this team. What kind of reps, looking at the last couple of games as a whole, what kind of reps did you think your team got, able not only to win those games, but win those games in a variety of situations?
It was good. I mean, our special teams are doing extremely well right now. I think that's the best reps we're getting. Our power plays on fire, moving the puck extremely well. Our recoveries are great. I think we're getting our second, third opportunities because of our recoveries. And we, like we said, the units have been together now. They feel comfortable. Even on our when we break the puck out and come in, we do a great job of coming in with control. And then, you know, of course, the most important of them, our face-off. We win a lot of face-off on the PP to start the puck. Yeah, I mean, with the puck, and makes a big difference. Our PK, I was really happy we got scored the first PK last game against Evansville. And then after that, for the first time of the year, I saw a lot of desperation. I think we weren't happy. And the next 5 we killed, but killed in I call it a little bit of a scramble way with block shots and everything we had to do. And it was beautiful to see. Sometimes you want everything being pure and in the right spots, but sometimes it's kind of good as a coach to see a little bit of scrambly PK, but guys that are just buying in, desperation, doing whatever it takes to kill that penalty. So those special teams are good. 5-on-5, we're still searching for a little bit more continuity on possession in the zone. I feel like when we play a man-on-man, we struggle a little bit with our releases. So we got good reps, but I still feel like we have a long way to go.
You know, funny you mentioned the desperation on the penalty kill. I remember, I believe it was the last penalty kill that Peoria faced off. I believe they were already up 4-1, I believe, at that point. And still, you saw guys blocking shots, going all out to make sure Evansville did not score on that power play. And they had a lot of zone time, and they had a step on the Rivermen. And I remarked that it was so good to see that despite the score, guys were really giving it all to make sure Evansville did not score on that penalty kill, to make sure that penalty kill was successful.
Yeah, it was nice because we came in, I thought, the third period with human nature, big lead. You know, you feel pretty confident. The boys didn't skate too hard 5-on-5. We got in penalty trouble, and then the PK. Though I got to give it to those guys. I think we killed like 8 minutes that period of penalty time, and they just did a phenomenal. Even if, like I said, it wasn't pure routes, beautiful. It was scrambly, ugly, blocking shots, layers of block shots, 2 guys trying to block shots at the same time, and sometimes that ugliness kind of paid dividends in the long run, understanding that everybody's got to buy into that, because block shots are, you know, there's a reason it's one of the most important stats in the NHL now. It's a very important part of the game right now, and the more you do it, the more confidence you build within a group.
You know, you may say the best penalty killer is the goaltender. If you ask the goaltender, he'll say their best penalty killers are the forecheckers in the neutral zone. I always used to say the best penalty killers are heart and effort.
And that's what it is. It's penalty kill is all about outworking the PP. And if you outwork the PP and, like you say, heart, effort, desperation, good things happen. And we're lucky. I truly believe that we have the best penalty killer in the league in Eric Levine. He does a phenomenal job doing what we have to. We look at a lot of games this year that we had to kill 5-on-3s in the last 2 minutes of the game or do what we had to do. And he came up with, I remember the game we beat Quad City here in overtime, the last game here. Eric had to make 2 phenomenal saves in the last minute because they had a 5-on-3 PP. So, again, I still believe the goalie's got a big part to do with it, but our boys are starting to buy into being desperate while the PK is going on.
Speaking on Levine, 15 consecutive starts for him. He's now 12-2-0 in those 15. Number 1 in the league in overall saves. Number 1 in total wins for him. Is this guy human? I sometimes wonder if Levine is human. Just his mental and physical fortitude and resiliency and his endurance is just, I've never seen anything like it before.
Well, when you're young, you don't understand when people say experience. When you get older, you understand what experience is. I think the guy on and off the ice takes care of his body like there's no tomorrow. More importantly, Eric takes care of his mind better than I think any athlete we have on this team or probably in the league. The way he looks at life, the way he attacks life the way every single day, comes in with the right attitude, the right work ethic. Kudos to him. I think they always say you become a great leader when you understand yourself better, and I think he's got a full understanding of who the person he is, who the goaltender he is, and what kind of teammate he wants to be, and for that we are grateful every single day to have him here in Peoria.
Now, looking back over to the Rivermen power play, we've talked a lot about how guys have been playing together. They're starting to get more familiar with how they play on the power play. But I was looking at another stat that might explain why the Rivermen power play is just having so much success. Obviously, you have Alec Hagman, tied for first in total power play goals in the SPHL. But you also have guys like Alec Bear, Marcel Godbout, Mitch McPherson, J.M. Pietrowski, all with multiple power play goals. So it's not just like some teams might have one or two guys that you can key in on. You look for an open passing lane, they're going to get to that guy. But it seems like with this Rivermen power play, you key in on one guy, you're going to leave 2 or 3 other guys wide open who can put the puck in the back of the net. And does it seem like that's really becoming the MO and what's making this power play so dangerous?
Yeah, and I think every power play is about. I think you're trying to attack 2-on-1 anywhere you can find that area, and when you're 2-on-1 as either Bear, Agaman, or it has McPherson, Godbout, or it has Neville, Bear, or you're kind of you got to pick your poison,
right?
And once you pick your poison, it's very scary because then the other guy like Agaman or Bears get their shooting opportunities, or you're leaving Godbout on an island walking in with the type of wrister he has. And then on the other power play, I think Mike Laley would be another guy if he would have been healthy all year. I think he's another guy that would have had a lot of power play goals because when he's out there, he makes a big difference with GM. So it's another type of thing. I think the only reason the second units may be not as successful is because they didn't have the same personnel for a long time that the first has been together for like a month and a half now. So they're going to get there as soon as we keep that personnel together and they get great reps in practice. I think they're going to get there. But it's pick your poison with our power play, and I think we go into a game understanding what the penalty kill of the other team is going to do. So then it's up to us to find the right solution, the right way to attack it, and the boys are doing a great job lately.
Well, Guy, you talked about the 10 games, or you alluded to it. When you have 10 games on the road after 5 games at home, you've had a lot of confidence on the road. What can that confidence in those successful games and 5 games at home do now in the midst of this very long upcoming road stand, the heart of your season, so to speak?
Yeah, I think the great thing is structure-wise right now, we pretty much have everybody in a role. So that's going to be a continuation on the road. It's not going to change. But I was saying earlier, I'm really excited about 10 straight Olden games to kind of understand how to prepare, because at home everything is so perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Everything is fresh, perfect towel. There you're going to have some different things that are going to come up that you're going to have to adjust. And for us, we want those things to come up. We want to see everything that could be thrown at us on the road, from playing a team that's going to be overly aggressive because they're at home, team that's trying to play tough, locker room not the best. Like everything that we want to see, we're going to see in the next 10 games, and it's going to be 10 games in a row. So, it's going to be fresh in our mind every single time that we hit a new game on the road. It's going to be fresh to understanding the challenges that are going to come, and I think it's going to be great. It's going to be great for the team, and I always say when you're on the road, you build a lot more chemistry. You have to be a lot, togetherness is key because, like I said, the other teams at home, they play a little harder, a little tougher, a little faster. So, you're together. Togetherness is going to be an absolute key, and I can't wait to build the next 10 games there.
Well, it's what they say. You really find out what your team is all about on the road. And I'm going to ask this question. We can swing back to it with another answer perhaps after the end of the 3 weeks. But where would you rank this team's chemistry compared to other teams past?
I think we have a phenomenal locker room. I think we have great humans, good players that want to get better every single day. Chemistry a lot of times is built through hardship. It's not, when everything is easy, it's easy to be happy and just be confident. It's when things are going to be a little tough. We're going to have road trip. We're probably going to get stuck, snow, something's going to happen. Then you see when things are a little negative, how do we react as a group? Do we have each other's back no matter what? Are we together no matter what? Whatever can bring our way on the road. So that's where I think I'm really excited about the 10 games. Kind of see, I think we have great chemistry. But lately, I don't know our record, but I think we were like 14, 15, and 2 in our last. So when you win a lot, you don't, it's easy to be happy and be a good team and have chemistry. It's those road games and those hard road games. We're kind of FC, but I believe that we just have great humans that want to get better every single day, and with that, you win a lot of games.
Well, hopefully the Rivermen will be winning a lot of games on the road, and it starts tomorrow night on Friday night in Quad City. The war on I-74 continues to burn hot once again as the Rivermen look for their 4th straight victory against the Quad City Storm. Face off of that one set for 7:10 p.m. Guy, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you again briefly next week.
Thanks, Ruff. I appreciate it. You're the best, buddy.
Thank you. It's been Jason Ruff with Rivermen head coach Jean-Guy Trudel for your weekly Trudel's Take. We'll talk to you next time, Rivermen fans.